Season after season, year after year, he carries the sorrow of a community on his strong shoulders. He carries the sadness of losing a mother, the heartbreak of losing a child. He carries the anguish of families and friends as they say goodbye to a loved one forever. He never bends. These shoulders belong to David Jacobson, a man of exceptionally big shoulders and an even bigger heart. David's compassion and strength come from an extraordinary love of family, a profound respect for the Jewish people and their traditions, and always a life-affirming sense of community. Friday nights, you'll find David and his family sharing Shabbat dinner with an extra plate, always ready for a friend or two. Neighbors never miss his July 4th tradition of popcorn and hot dogs, a little fundraiser that goes to a favorite charity. He creates unforgettable memories for young students as he joins them on their trips to Israel. On chilly autumn nights, friends gather around a welcoming fire in his front yard to warm their hands and their hearts. All of this, the community and the connection, is at the heart of Chicago Jewish funerals. David grew up in the funeral business. David learned firsthand that this was a service unlike any other. It was the opportunity to provide again and again one of life's most important mitzvahs. Years later, David saw the funeral industry changing. Compassion was being streamlined. Family-owned businesses were disappearing and corporate boardrooms were taken over. Jewish customs and traditions were marginalized and the industry was losing its compass. David didn't want to lose his soul. So he made a promise to change Jewish funeral services in Chicago. David founded Chicago Jewish Funerals because he believed the Jewish community deserved something better. First and foremost, it should be about service. Personalized and compassionate. It should be very attentive to Jewish customs and traditions. And it should be about the way you want to mourn. Since 1997, David has been there for families when they needed him most. And every day, he is quietly moved by the trust they place in him. Through the years, he has grown from a small storefront office to 3 locations, including a new chapel in Skokie, an affirmation that he has delivered on his promise. Today, Chicago Jewish Funeral stands tall in the Jewish community, strengthened by a talented staff of dedicated individuals. They embrace David's special way of doing business. They meet a grieving widow in the middle of the night, connect a family with community resources, educate young people about Jewish funeral traditions. Together, they have transformed funeral service in the Jewish community. David never stops, mentoring a young funeral director, enjoying a bagel with an old friend, sharing his feelings with his staff after a moving funeral service. His strong shoulders always there for the Jewish community. And that's the way it should be.